Hello everyone, Tom the Tank here again. Um, when I made my Class 47, um, not the lookalike, the actual 47 body shell, I said that would be my last conversion. Um, However, I was wrong. So let's have a look and see what comes out of my Hawaiian ballroom. Let's see if I can get it to go with a nice slow start. There we go. It's this. It's my attempt at making a Loco with the Eng Dutch Livery. Quite pleased how it turned out. One day I was scouring the web looking for suitable locomotives to buy, and I came across a Lima with this livery, and I thought that looks nice. I like that. So I plan on buying one at when it's the right price and the right condition. In the meantime, this is my attempt at copying that livery. I'll explain more about the Loco in a second as it comes around. Slow it down a bit. Okay, so it's like I say, this is this is definitely my last conversion. I don't have any more donor chassis, I don't have any more donor bodies, so any Locos that you see in the future, new ones, will be bought used, obviously. I won't be buying any new ones. So this is a Mahano 70000 body shell, cut down and fitted onto a Lima E151 chassis. What I've noticed is when I made the my high mech, that's also a Hornby body shell on a Lima 111 chassis, that they seem to run a lot better than the diesel Lima Locos. I don't know why. They're basically the same motor, but they do tend to run a bit smoother. So I'll just set this one off again. There we go. Nice slow start. So this is going up the incline, pulling 6 DB cargo mineral wagons. I'm quite happy how this one runs. And again, for a Lima, it's not too noisy. It's smooth enough and it pulls well. It's got new traction tyres. That always helps. There we go. Right, now what I'll do, I'll very carefully, if I can, take it off the track. There we go. Put it up onto my magic roundabout. There we go. So now we'll have a closer look. So there we are. I've named it Brunel after the famous engineer who did so much for the Great Western Railway with building bridges, tunnels. He's obviously also famous for his ships that he built. if you ever get a chance, have a look at, go on the SS Great Britain. It's in Bristol, in the dock that it was actually built in. It's incredible. I went on it in 1978 and 2018, and it's an absolutely incredible ship. So I'll just spin the magic roundabout so you can see the donor. There we go. So it's a Lima E151. I don't run my electric locos because basically my layout was set up for steam and diesel in the 50s and 60s. So I thought, why have it languishing in a drawer when I can utilize the chassis and have a working loco? So again, my theory is I've got two for the price of one. Right, now what I'll do, I'll just stretch behind and show you something. There we go. Right, like I say, this body has been cut down, and I removed a section 33 millimeters wide. I've utilized part of the roof section as a key. So when I cut the body shell, I used part of the roof in one of the halves as a key. So when the two halves were fitted together, they lined up very, very well. Now I'll just try and pan over the roof. You'll probably see the line, okay, where I joined them. What I'm happy about, very happy about, is I've used absolutely no filler at all. It's very, very hard to see the join where I put the two halves together. A bit like my wig. Yeah, so basically with some careful filing, I managed to get the two halves to make together quite nicely. So I'll just show you the underneath. There we go. Let's see if I can. There. So it's a Lima Coco configured chassis. Obviously Ringfield. And what I did with some careful measuring, I managed to get the body shell fitting almost exactly onto the chassis with hardly any space between the chassis and the body. Quite happy how that one turned out. I always try and get them to fit as closely as possible. It's not always possible, but I managed on this occasion. So there we are. There's now then, I'll just point. Here is a hole, and here is a hole for the body to be able to clip onto the original Lima fittings. There's a couple of small nubs which the body shell clips onto. So by utilizing them, I can remove this body shell and clip on the Lima body shell without any problem at all. And if I don't know if this will pick it up, but there is the hole in the Lima body. So again, nothing has been destroyed, and I believe I have two locomotives for the price of one. The decals, I made the numbers, they're not specific to any particular loco, I just made them up. The warning electric overhead decals were, well, they are a bit of a nightmare for me to fit because they're so small, but I managed luckily to do it. I put a temporary British Rail decal on until I can get the correct transfers. I've obviously put the Brunel main plate on. So there we are. I've used Vallejo paints. The light grey is a bit of a mix. The other grey colours are straight out of the bottle, let's put it that way. The yellow is also Vallejo, but I applied that 5 times, 5 light coats, because yellow is a very difficult colour to apply on dark surfaces. I did actually put like 1 coat of a grey primer on first, but it still doesn't cover. So basically, by applying 5 coats, I haven't lost too much of the detail on the grills, and even like you see up on the roof. Vallejo paints tend to dry so well, so flat, that you don't lose much detail if they're applied correctly. I've also used my micro masking tape to be able to recreate the handles leading up into the cab. So my next thing then will be to install some seating, drivers, and when my replacement LED lamps come, possibly fit lighting as well. So there we go. So there's my Engineer's Dutch Livery Loco, and definitely the last conversion. Okay, so thank you for watching. Bye now.